Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the AutoWrecking.com studios. Today we are going to talk about a question that I get asked a lot, and that is how to properly long line a part. Long lining a part is simply a way to find what we call alternative or adjacent parts. So knowing how to do it properly is really important for you, your fellow sellers, and our operations team. It's a great way for you to solve your customers' problems and provide solutions, which in turn also helps your sales. So let's get into it. First thing you're going to do is go ahead and find the part that you're looking for. So Control F is what I use. You can use your mouse, but I like to look at using the mouse like using chopsticks to eat lunch. I'm no good with chopsticks, so they slow me down. And I like to eat my lunch and get right back at it and be efficient. So I try to coach everybody to learn your hotkeys, learn your control keys. So anytime you see something that's underlined means that there's a hotkey that goes along with it. Control F obviously is find parts, but there's tons of different hotkeys to learn, and doing so will help you be a lot more efficient, which is important. So let's talk about a couple examples of why you would long line. So one main reason for long lining is you'll find an engine, a transmission, another component in a 901 that you need. So you'll long line that part off of the 901 to get that part sold before the vehicle's actually inventoried. Another, probably just as common, if not more common, scenario is, let's say a customer calls up and needs, a headlight, a hood, a grill, a fender. We don't show the individual parts, but we may have a nose inventoried. So with the buyer's permission, you could long line those individual parts off of a nose if we had one. And that would give you the opportunity to provide those parts for the customer. Things like harmonic balancers, intakes, valve covers off of an engine. If it's a core engine on the shelf or an overstocked engine, that's another example. Maybe breaking up a knee for an upper or lower control arm, stuff like that. So there's tons of different examples, and we wouldn't have the time to go through all of them here today, but I'll just give you kind of the skinny on how you would properly long line a part. So in this example here, we're going to use something super basic. So let's say we're looking for a windshield washer pump for a 2005 Stratus for your customer. So we're going to go ahead and look the pump up, 622. And you'll see that we don't have any. So what you'll also see here, windshield washer motor or pump, is a 622 dot. And just really quick, what that dot number means, how I like to explain it is, that's a stop, drop, and roll moment. So it's a dot number. We do not have interchange for that. So buyer beware, seller beware. The buyer needs to assist you by utilizing the information they may have obtained to this point, utilizing the VIN, utilizing the dealer. There's also a really cool program called PartsView that you should all be well versed in using, and if you're not, play around with that. We're not going to do that here today, but make sure you do your homework when you're selling those dot number parts, okay? Because again, there is no interchange, so we're not sure if it will or will not work. There could be several different styles. It might work for 10 years worth of cars. It might be year specific. It might be specific to a 2-door, a 4-door, tan car, gold car. You just don't know. So make sure you do your homework first. So let's assume at this point that we've done our homework, and we know that that windshield washer motor and or pump is contained within the windshield washer reservoir. So let's see if we have any reservoirs. So we're going to go ahead and look that up. 627, we're a 2-door. And let's take a look. Well, looky there, we have one, CIC 385. Our customer for this demonstration is in Corvallis. So we see CIC 385 is available at A14, and this is the windshield washer reservoir assembly. which it looks like it's $81 for the reservoir and $74 for the pump. Brand new at the dealer. Those are in your notes. That's always a great place to get additional information for pricing. So I'm going to take a look at that and I'm going to say, okay, CIC 385, I'm going to write that down. CIC 385 is at A-14. I'm going to long line that puppy. Got 622. So again, I'm going to escape 620. Oopsie doodles. Let's go 622. Hit enter. Now here's where we're going to add miscellaneous part, or Alt A. It's going to bring up this screen because we're still in quote screen. Put my price in. Escape, escape, escape for those of you that are mouse clickers. Now we're going to promote it to a new work order. And here's where we get to an important part of the process. So we're going to make sure this local miscellaneous part has the radio button checked, which it defaults to. We know it's store number 1. Now right here we want to do our operations team a favor and type the stock number in lowercase. That helps them. They're used to seeing everything in uppercase. When you put it in lowercase, it's an immediate flag for them. So it really helps them notice that it is long lined, and that's important. So if you can do our ops team a favor and get that in lowercase, they appreciate that very much. Right here, we're gonna put the location, A-14. I'm just backing up a step. You'll notice I put store 1, change the category to Y. Right here in conditions and options, you can type any pertinent information that you may have. This will show up on the parts puller's work orders as they receive it from production. So you can put some notes in there if you need to. Click OK. So it's going to go ahead and move it over to a work order screen. You can see CIC 385 is that location A-14, and all the rest of the details are there. So you just continue, you would just finish out your order right here, accepting a deposit, shipping it straight to the customer's house, collecting for freight, etc. And that pretty much wraps up that part of long lining. Then the last step that you want to do, and this is important for our ops team to keep, again, the inventory correct, is to go ahead and email longline@autoracking.com with the details. CIC 385, I sent work order number 123456 to pull the pump out of the reservoir. Please correct inventory as needed. Thank you. And send that away, and that'll notify the ops team that they need to update the inventory. So the next time you would look that reservoir up, it would say that it's minus the pump. So that, in essence, is a brief tutorial on how you long line a part correctly. If you have any questions about this process, feel free to reach out to me or your manager. I'd be happy to help you. So again, knowing how to do this is really helpful for both your sales and to help your customer with some solutions. So remember, you don't know what you don't know, so don't say no. Make sure you're getting help from your fellow seller or your manager or myself so that we can help you. That's what we're here to do, and that's what we enjoy to do. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for taking a little time to watch this, and let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.